What drew you into competitive shooting? How on earth did you get started in this?
My whole family has always been shooting. My sister used to compete. My dad has always competed. Everybody's pretty much been involved in the military, so I was brought up shooting in general. And my sister started competing when I was 10 years old, and I always kind of just wanted to do what she did. So I started competing as well, and then it just kind of, it was like a snowball effect. It just turned into more and more competitions, and we heard about college scholarships and the Olympics.
Yeah.
And it kind of just turned into, you know, going to those bigger competitions, and now I'm here.
Now you're here. Now you're a 2016 contender. And Kaylee, I mean, how did the shooting community receive you? Because, you know, when I was growing up, my family, they're all from the Ozarks. You know, we grew up with rifles, and my family went hunting. But I wasn't aware that this whole world even existed for women until I was almost 20 years old. How did you come about this?
I kind of came about it the same way Amanda did. My dad did competitive sporting clays and was an avid hunter. And, you know, ever since I could walk, I had a gun in my hand, and I started competing when I was 8. So, I mean, it was just kind of the same effect, grew up around it, and kind of took it to the next level and heard about international trap, where I could go to the Olympics, which has always been a dream. So just kind of went that route with it, and it's led me to where I am now.
Sarah, one of the things that I'm noticing about all three of your stories and stories from so many competitive shooters is that everybody was taught firearm safety. Everyone was taught a healthy respect and the knowledge about firearms. I mean, you were educated about them, so you knew not to fear them. And it seems as though there is not an emphasis on that today. When you hear people talk against the Second Amendment or against just firearm possession, you don't hear a lot of that education, do you?
Right, it's very true. I grew up shooting in Boston, and the biggest emphasis that we had in our junior program was on firearm safety. And, you know, I was 9 when I started shooting, and so I, started so young to the point where I didn't have the negative stigma toward firearms, and so I could just approach them in a very healthy and very safe way. And so I loved it. I fell in love with firearms, and from that point forward, it's always been something for me that I can express, my athleticism, and it's totally been, safe, and, I've been able to be a female in a sport that's male dominated, but we can, still excel and do an awesome job in it.